What's going on, y'all? It's JVO and welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about Lord P Room Essentials cover art created by yours truly. So let's get right into it because I wanted to break down the process of how I created it and the thought process I went through. So the main purpose of us coming together was to create this artwork, yes. If you saw the vlog, you'll see the process of us working together, which is phenomenal as usual. Shout out to Lord P. My idea for this type of look was because of the music and the title. The fact that the title, had the word essential in it. I'm so used to seeing people do their flat lays and it'd be like, oh, my day-to-day essentials, my traveling essentials and stuff like that, and do it like a flat lay. And like the cats that are really killing the game with the flat lays that I do watch is like the Peter McKinnons and so on and so forth. And so they lay out, you do a layout of things that are essential for that specific thing. So his title was Room Essentials, and the things that we used to prop it was, things that you would necessarily need in a room for the type of content that he was creating was like relationship based. So, he decided that he wanted a book in it and a camera. And I was just like, we'll need a condom and a phone and some type of music, something that will represent music. And the original shot is this on the screen now. And it was, Magnum condoms, and the book title is the original book title, because I had removed all of those texts from the book. The camera choice, it was going to be a DSLR, but we happened to stumble upon this old camera and we just placed it in there and made it look, aesthetically pleasing. The music cover, the record player, the vinyl that we chose, he brought it. I don't know the name of the artist in front of it. Sorry, just don't know the name of the artist. But I used that record as a template for me. This is after the fact, because originally I was gonna leave it as is, but due to the fact that we shot our own photos as well, for it to be the cover art as well. So we had the individual photo that you see of him sitting, and then he's like this as the cover in the cover. That was a photo that was just probably going to be the cover, and I decided to put it in the space of that vinyl cover and make it seem like it's the actual image laying flat there. So the process of doing that was quite rigorous, because to make the shadows fall exactly the same way was quite intense, because you want it to look realistic. So I had to make the shadow go across on the top and as well as on the bottom too, slightly on the edge. I removed the shadow, which you really don't notice unless I point it out to you guys, but I removed the shadow in order to make the shape down. You guys know, I don't think anyone noticed that. The phone and everything stayed in place. The condoms, I removed the word Magnum from it and just made it basic or whatnot, and the book as well, because I decided to remove those things because I thought about copyrights. And I was just like, all right, this is somebody else's like vinyl and someone else's image. So I don't know how that would work, of me taking the image of that and then portraying it as if it's ours or whatnot. I was just like, you know what? Due to copyrights, I'm just gonna put one of the images I took in that space, which I feel like this image that I chose was the dopest one, because I like the effect that the mirror gave, while I was taking that shot, and the attitude towards it, the mood that it sets. I felt like it was perfect for the title of the project. So that image could have stand alone for it to be the project, but I just wanted that creative aspect for it, and adding the essentials in the room. So pretty much he became an essential of the room too. So without Lord P, you don't have all of this. you know, meaning the camera, the book, the phone, because you need a phone to text. So you're like, yo, you texting now. Nowadays is modernized, whereas like, it's not a letter. It's, it's a text or whatnot. And then obviously you got to promote safe sex pretty much. And the book, knowledgeable. It's not just anyone in the room, and the camera, you do whatever you want with the camera. So it is what it is. That's pretty much the basics of the cover, because we wanted to bring the essentials to life, and I feel like it sits well with the project, and it makes it more clickable. You see an artwork, you're like, oh, that's a pretty dope artwork, let me click on this project. And then you start listening and you're like, oh, it goes with the project. You accept it more. So I feel like that psych way of like looking at things and marketing to a certain audience is key, because you want to draw that attraction to your audience, and they get sucked in and feel like the project stands true to the cover. And I know everyone sees the cover only nowadays, so I decided to do a back cover too, so to list the songs so people could know while he's promoting that how many songs is going to be on the project. So it was I think a 6-song project, and it worked out great because that's an image that I felt like to stand alone. The back of it and him slouching, it sets the mood correctly. And then that I would say low what's the word, double exposure. There you go. It's like a double exposure photo. So I just layered the photo, and then I brought down opacity down on the one that's on the top, and then I slightly masked what was going on in the background on the image, the close-up, in order for you to see the image in the back, which is him slouching over. So both of those images layered together was golden, because it layered and it told a story in the back as well. And then the choice of font, the font choice was because when you think about room and you think about hotel aesthetics, and like what font could represent like this bold hotel, this room, make it nice, aesthetically pleasing, and as well as curvy. Font has like a it speaks to, it's art. So the people that create font speaks in that. Is it calligraphy? I might be wrong, I don't know. Comment below correct words for me, because I told you guys that I don't know the terms that like that, but it is what it is. Like, we create. So that font is I felt like it was perfect for Room Essential. It's about things that happen in the room. It shows the curviness, shows like, the sex appeal to that font. Fonts talk to people, so don't underestimate a font. A font is key. A font could definitely change how people look at your content, and take that into consideration when you're creating something too. So overall, I felt like it just spoke with each other as far as like image, and how I laid it out was just something that just happened, and I just can't really explain it. I just feel like me positioning everything in that space was just like perfect. I was thinking about crop factor and the shadowing and stuff like that. It was like perfect sun time, how the sun was flowing. Everything was done with natural lighting. I didn't use any studio lights to photograph him as well. And to get that black and white that I got was something that I created with the black and white, because I didn't want it to be a traditional black and white. I wanted it to be something different, and I added like a blue kind of tint to it to really like bring some sort of attention to it, kind of, because you know how that blue light effect keeps you awake. So when you hear Room Essentials, you're expecting something warm, to approach something in a warm light, because it calms you down. But this one was like picking up your spirit, and more so like excitement, with that blue color, that pop. And I used that with in play with black and white. So I pulled down the saturation, brought up vibrancy, you know, tweaked around with the colors or whatnot. It's something that, you know, I just randomly do just to see how it looks with the picture. And then once it looks good with one photo, I copy that exact preset that I just pretty much create, save it, and then paste it on all the rest of the images. And that helped me. And then I do the fine tuning in between each one, because it won't work for each one as the first one, but you can make it work, you know, when you go in and tweak it little by little. So as you look at the project and all the individual photos that I took for him, you can see that the tint of black and white is not just black and white. The video is just black and white, because I found it difficult to match the color of the black and white I created in Lightroom. It threw it off a little bit, where I was just like, you know what, I'm just leave it as black and white, and I added my own little vignetting to it in the post-production video too. So you'll notice everything little by little. Yeah, I think that wraps up me explaining the process, my process in creating this this cover. And it's exciting. I did a front and back, and it's been a while since I've done a cover for anyone, so hopefully you guys understand, or you know, got a little chance to dive into my brain and learn something here today, because you know, pretty much you just gotta do you and follow through on your ideas too. And if people want to work with you, they will work with you, and understand that. And if you show up every time with some fire, why not? Like, you know, they're gonna continue working with you. So on that note, I would just say tap in.